This is Linda M. Lino. You are listening to Garifuna Sin Fronteras, Garifuna Without Borders via
Garifuna
and
Sin
radio. Stay
Fronteras,
tuned.
Garifuna Without Borders. We are right back. We are back on. June está ahorita visitando en New York. Él está acá visitando con su familia y una vez más, él es uno de los artistas.
Yes.
Es uno de los artistas que es tan diverso, él tiene su nueva producción Afro Punta.
Ajá.
Y Afro Punta es una combinación, una fusión, vamos a decirlo así, una fusión de música de la diáspora africana con lo cultural garífuna. Eso. Qué bueno, qué bueno. Y estás trabajando en tu video.
Sí, ahorita filmando mi video de todos lados de New York City ahorita, privado.
Nice, nice. Y lo que me gusta de June, él no tiene miedo en hablar el español, aunque él a veces tiene un poquito de pena que no lo habla perfecto.
Ay, ay, ay.
Pero
ahora es
lo habla.
diferente, ahora es diferente. Antes que,
Ahora lo hablas
ahorita
mejor.
es mejor, casi años, pero ahora sí.
Nice, nice. So, when we talk about Afro Punta,
Yeah.
we already know, you already explained briefly what it's about.
Uh-huh.
How that came about, how the vision of connecting the African diaspora with the Garifuna cultural sabor, that melody that identifies us culturally. Why mix that?
Well, basically, I always been trying to find my own unique sound, you know, in a way where it's like it could be in a worldwide mentality, not just, you know, solo cultural or just our people and stuff. I always been thinking outside the box. So the fact that I was in college at the time thinking about these new sounds and stuff, because I went to college in California, Los Angeles Film School. I had an African friend, you know, who was also, and we was also in the same class and stuff. And it was once upon a time. I remember I recorded this song for my last album before this album called New Chapter. So esta canción se llama You Ready, you know what I mean? So I just did like an Afro beat at the time, pero yo estaba mezclando con punta porque, you know, it was like a very similar sound. So when my African friend heard the sound, he was like, "Yo, my God!" He was like, "Yo, oh my God, this song is hot. How you mix Afro beat with the punta?" So I'm like, yo, that's this mentality because we have a similar sound. You understand? So as the time kept going and stuff, because I was still in the middle of, you know, representing the cultura, Garifuna. You understand? Like really get into the roots and stuff. But it got to the point where it was like, all right, cool. Time is going now. Ahora la gente está esperando algo nuevo. You know, the people was waiting for something new and fresh. So and a way for me to further my career, I wanted my own unique sound. And the fact that and the fact that I was able to see the reaction from my African friend in college at the time, it just told me a lot. And he was actually the one that gave me like heads up of like, yo, you should call your stuff Afro Punta because you mixing Afro beat with Punta, and then yeah.
Nice.
Yes.
That is a wonderful story. How a friend inspired you
Yes.
into making a full album connecting the motherland with our Garifuna diaspora.
Exactly, yeah.
Wow.
Yes, yes. Can't
And
forget.
your friend, hey, little that he knew, does he know how important just those comments were to you? Does he know that?
He was the one that like you see, that's where a lot of people go wrong sometimes when they try to like do something new and everything. It's like they just try to create certain things without the a different culture permission. So to me that was like me getting a permission from him like that he was just blessing me with. And besides that, I remember when I first started recording the Afro Punta album, you know, some of the songs, you know, so we would go around like concerts because we was building up at the time. And he let some of his African friends, you know, hear the Afro Punta, and they all gave the same reaction. And it was like, yo, you gotta keep going.
Is your friend also a musician?
Yes, he's also a musician.
That
He's
makes
also a
perfect
He's a
sense.
producer and everything, so yeah, it makes a lot of sense.
That makes perfect sense. I
Yes.
love that. So, which is the song from the Afro Punta CD the Afro Punto production. You can tell I'm a little old school when I said CD, right? My daughter is like, "Ma, nobody uses CD anymore." CD. Oh Lord, mercy.
You know, it still works.
You understood, right?
I still believe in CDs and that, you know, the viejos, you know.
Okay, let's not call viejos. Let's not call viejos.
Not like that, but you know,
So
I still
like,
believe in CDs in every aspect of music. You know, it's not just online, and you know, there's people to this day that still, you know about technology. It's not their fault. So.
And Lil June, let me tell you, that's one of the things that I have always admired about you. That you know how to cater to your fans, regardless to the age. You could attract the 1-year-old and the 100-year-old without a problem because you know how to diversify yourself. And for that reason, that's how you keep going higher and higher. At such a young age, some of us that know Lil June from the starting line, now I don't even know where in the line he's at because the young man has escalated tremendously. How does it feel to be on your almost mid-20s, right? To have traveled the world, right? You have been internationally. You have been in some countries. It's up to you if you want to tell your listeners and your fan club where have you been, okay? And the stages that you have graced, because you have graced so many stages that are non-Garifuna. Little that you know, you might be on the West Coast, but I follow your footsteps. So a lot of times you might not know, but I'm creeping right behind you, okay? So it's up to you if you want to share with your fan club, your people, where have you been in the past, 2 years per se?
Man, there's so many places, man. Well, so far, you know, I did Boston, I did Philadelphia, did Seattle, New Orleans, Texas. Did Las Vegas, I did Chicago, I did Oakland, San Francisco, San Diego, California. There's so many places. I did Guatemala, I did Belize, I did Mexico. There's so many more, man.
Have you gone to Honduras yet?
No, not yet, but I'm looking to do it this year. Like everybody, like it's been so many like inboxes, so many promoters hitting me up right now. But I don't just want to just go to Honduras just like that. Like, you know, I really want to. Once I go to Honduras, I want to do the full package. You know, have the right promotion, the right everything. Because I also want to give inspirations to the students too at the school. You know, get some motivations and speech, you know, no solo para conciertos de la puta, you know, ir a la escuela y hablar con los niños y todo eso, you know, so I want it to be right, you know, right, document, cameras, everything, you know, everything, have everything situated.
All right, so we are here to listen to some of the La Punta show, right? Which is what's the new production you have?
Afro Punto.
Afro Punto. Let's listen to a little bit because some people have not listened to the Afro Punto production. So we'll be right back. Les vamos a dar un poquito más de la producción de Afro Punto. Escuchen y regresamos brevemente. Sisters and brothers from the African diaspora who listen to this station because we are joined. You know, you already met my sister from Ghana. That's my sister from another Mr. and another Mrs. You know, so the beauty of it is how music truly could bring us together. You know what I mean? And you said something so unbelievable, little that you know how meaningful it was what you said. How just you and your classmate / friend, right, came up with just talking, turned out to be a musical production called Afro Punto, just from a conversation. You know, this is how powerful our connections are. Okay? So, again, Lil June, La Punta Show. Most people know La Punta Show. Here we are talking about his new production. Estamos hablando con Lil June de su nueva producción. Muchos lo conocen como La Punta Show. Y quien ha visto a Lil June en vivo sabe que es un show. You're not there just to see a singer. You are a full package. You are a true performer. You will sing, you will roll, you will jump, you'll do it all. And you engage with your people. That's the thing that is the greatest. You were actually at a couple of radio stations that are non-Garifuna.
Yes.
How does it feel to be welcome among others that are truly like not well informed and aware about our people? How is your music received there, Lil June?
Well, the music is actually receiving very well now, especially the Afro Punto album. You know, because it's the kind of genre that everybody could relate to. Even if it's their first time listening to Afro Punto, they could relate to it. And that was the kind of mentality I had. I was thinking about when I was in a recording studio. I was in a recording studio and I was thinking like, all right, cool. In order for me to have a diverse kind of album and still keeping my Garifuna people happy about the movement that I'm doing, how will I be able to incorporate that? And those are the things that I was thinking in my head while I was, recording the album. And to see the reaction and the welcome from everyone, it just means a lot. Everybody really embrace it. Like, it's like, just like how they embrace reggae and dancehall and stuff, they just, as far as Afro Punto album, is the same receivers.
It has been just welcomed.
Yeah, welcome. Big
Awesome.
welcome.
Wepa. Woo.
Huh?
Listen. Este álbum está caliente. This album is hot.
Amen.
It's on fire. Listen, you already know me, right? When it comes to music, I cannot stand seated or stand still. I'm like doing the hala guaguero. I'm hala here.